I'm Batman. Help is on the way, Davey. Great Scott! I feel the need for speed. Cowabunga, dude! You're a wizard, Harry.
Welcome to the When Harry Met Movies podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Harry Met Movies podcast with Dad.
Hi Harry, how are you
Good.
today?
Good, yeah, got it out eventually.
So why don't you tell our listeners all about the show, what we do?
Basically, Dad shows me films of his life and we review them.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
And can you remember what film we're doing today?
Man of Fire.
And what month is it?
Actor month, I like
Denzel Washington.
Yeah. I've got a lot of films which we've watched, so
we always start the show off anyway with where we get
yes
something about yes and no questions to find out something, and today it's films. So Harry's going to try to gently pick it out, really.
I always get a curse when it's in my.
And you can't name it's yes and no questions, and it's maximum of 30 questions.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it live action?
Yes.
Is it a single-hander?
What's that mean?
Is it one main actor or is it?
No.
Is it two?
Yes.
Is it a buddy cop?
No.
Is it a comedy?
Yes.
Is it got a big guy and a small guy?
Yes.
Is it twins?
Yes.
Yes.
I've now got to do that in how many? 7 or whatever.
I think I just looked out when I said is it a two-hander? What are you? I'm getting
Yeah.
film.
Why do I always have to go first? I'll just get one. Is it a bad one?
If you don't get the name exactly, you've got to just give me...
Obviously it's a long name then. Is it live action?
No.
Is it animated?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's deep.
Waste of a question.
Is it Disney?
No.
Is it Pixar?
No.
Is it Iron Giant?
No.
What is it? The Secrets of Mint?
No.
What other have we not done? Have we done a podcast?
Yes.
What other films have we done animated? Which is Disney, Pixar, all that?
Keep asking questions.
Is it fully live? Is it fully animated?
Yes.
Okay, because I could have said. Is the main character male?
Yeah.
And it's not Disney, not Pixar, and it's not.
No.
We've done it on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't done that many animated films on the podcast.
Is that a question?
No. We haven't done that many, which I know of. Remember. It's not Secrets of Nim, that's that one. I don't love that. Sometimes it's already stumped. Has it got one main lead?
No.
Okay, is it a musical?
No.
Has it got a group?
Yeah.
I'm thinking groups is like 4 or 5, so I'm gonna. Anime film we've done on the podcast. Is the group mostly male?
Yes.
Okay, what anime? Okay, it's not Iron Giant, it's not Secret of Nims.
It might help start to try and work out what the characters are. That's a clue.
Are they human?
No.
That does not help at all. If I asked if it's Pixar. It's not Pixar. We've not done. I swear we've not done an animated film on the podcast. So whatever this is, have we definitely on the podcast?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I'm about to say if it's not, is it an old film?
Yeah.
Well, back in your days.
Yeah.
So back in the 90s.
80s, might even be a 70s film, but it's definitely from my childhood.
What? 70s films have we done? If it is from the 70s.
I wouldn't focus on a year, because you're not going to get it from a year.
You know, because I'll listen to every film for that year. The most, not, are they aliens?
No.
Are they monsters?
No.
Are they animals?
Yeah. I can't believe that was your third pick.
Am I gonna kick myself about figure out what this is?
No.
Okay, so I probably won't.
You got the 10.
I probably don't fully remember what this
At
film is.
25, I'll give you another clue.
I can just list them off. I have no clue. What did I say? Is it set on Earth?
Yes.
Then the animals, do they need to escape?
Yes.
From a zoo?
No.
From a lab?
No.
From a government building?
No.
What building?
25. It's traumatic.
I'll wash it down. I personally blocked that on my head.
26, you got it in.
It's not bad.
No, it's not.
I forgot about that film for one reason, because you traumatically scarred me.
Anyway, back to the actual movie we're covering, which is 2004's Man on Fire. We always recite the plot using 1 second per minute of the film. The film is 2 hours 26 minutes long. Heads or tails now?
Heads. It's been me for so. Oh my.
Heads. So you've actually got 2 minutes and 26 seconds, so that's quite a while.
This sounds very long.
Yeah, but I think the bulk of the plot you can explain. Go.
Man on Fire sees a ex-military man, which gets hired to guard this little girl. The little girl then gets kidnapped by this gang. I don't know if it's got a name, and he feels like, and they think she's dead. So he goes and tries to track down the gang leader, and at the end he ends up saving the girl, but he ends up dead.
Mm-hmm. So the film is a minute 53. So he's an alcoholic ex-military person. It's set in Mexico where lots of people get kidnapped a lot. So a lot of people have kidnap insurance and...
Wait, kidnap insurance?
Yeah. So if they get insured, they've got money for the ransom. So we pay the ransom, we don't get the girl back.
Is it not because that's like a shootout or something?
We don't get the girl back when you pay the ransom.
Oh yeah.
Right. He's already been shot. Creasy, Denzel Washington's character is called, and he basically says that he will kill anybody that benefited or profited from the kidnapping of the girl. He promises that to her mum, and he goes after him.
Yeah.
And in that process, he discovers that, spoiler, that the father's involved because he's got debt, and he thought he was going to get his daughter back, and it was all backhanded, and it was never going to happen. And he actually, as you stated, he does discover that the girl is actually alive, but he's already dying. So he gives up his life for hers because he's basically killed everyone wants to do with this thing. So the gang leader wants to kill him.
Take it down from the inside.
And you get that helped with the plot for you.
Honestly, it was a bit late when we watched this, so a lot of it I am just trying to think about.
So I will give you some film facts. Came out in 2004, it's an 18.
Damn, that's not bad.
2 hours and 26 minutes.
I guess
Gross, the budget was 70 million and gross was 130. So it almost doubled the thing. But remember how we were talking the other day, we did Ferris Bueller's, and I said that the budget was 6 million, but the gross was 70.
Yeah.
And you went, oh, not that good, but when you look at that, so it's 70 and it's 130, it's not done double it's what it's worth, but in comparison, Ferris Bueller did like over 10 times the amount. Top 5 films that year were Shrek 2, Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, Spider-Man 2, The Incredibles, and Jesus Christ, The Passion of Christ, I think it's called. This was number 4 film of the year. Christopher Walken, who plays his friend, he's often cast as bad guys, but and they wanted him to play the lawyer, the bad guy lawyer, but instead he has to play the friend because he didn't want to always play bad guys.
I'm not a bad.
Dakota Fanning, who plays the young girl, she learned Spanish. She took Spanish lessons, piano lessons, and swimming lessons for her role, and also all the writing in the diary. Is that she actually wrote it all, so it was all generally in her handwriting.
Damn.
During filming of the film, several crew members were actually robbed at gunpoint because it's quite bad. Because they actually filmed in Mexico and it's quite a violent area.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't expect them to do that. But
Christopher Walken and Denzel Washington, the scenes between the two of them as friends were often improvised because they just are that good of an actors that they did it. However, Denzel Washington, when he was acting with a young girl, because of how good she is, because she is really good,
Yeah.
he would often get distracted by it and forget his lines, because he'd be watching her performance, and he instead of responding, he was just getting like mesmerised by it because he saw how good she was.
Yeah, she's really good on this.
There was an alternative ending,
Wow.
and in the ending, he doesn't die as he gets in the car. But what happens is he takes him back to actually meet the bad guy, and his watch is ticking, is counting down, and when it gets to 0, he smiles, and the building that he's in explodes. And then when he put the rectal bomb in the guy, and then set them a pager from his watch, and blew him up,
Yeah.
it meant that he did the same to himself. So that when he went into the building,
I would like to see that view for that
yeah, I
beautiful.
thought it's quite
Sad, I think.
because you were dying anyway. But that's,
I do think that'd be such a sick ending.
so we always do the pop questions, but I was trying to ask a few different ones we've been. So, what do you think of Denzel's performance in this?
Good. It shows how different his personality can be. Because like in hospital, he's like caring for, but in this he's just a cold heart. Like not cold. He just at the end you can just see how he can change his personality for each role. And I suppose, but in the film we watched last night, he's got a different personality in it. I'm not going to say what film we're watching because that night is it to that. He's the manager.
Not a manager of a podcast.
Yeah. Add that to your job resume.
Um,
What character would be great in a spin-off?
Again, I think we did this with a film the other day, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Sorry, we're recording them all a bit out of sync at the moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably maybe a spin-off of that when he's younger. And I've got a feeling they are doing a film. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. That's me.
There was talk about them doing a spin-off of this one, about him when he's like a CIA operative. So I think that would be the logic.
Probably.
Should they make a sequel? Can you?
You could do about the girl.
But let me know how that would work.
Maybe he's alive or something.
But he's clearly not. That's the whole thing, isn't it?
No. Most iconic scene.
I don't think it's massively iconic for this film. But one thing that I would say popped into my head straight away, I suppose it's seen is, and maybe when we ask that question in the future, it should be maybe also like quote.
Yeah.
Is the bit where he
Most
says,
iconic thing in the film.
That it's Christopher Walken talking about him when he says to his mum, he says that Creasy's art is death, and he's about to paint his masterpiece. And he basically foretells what he's about to do, and because he just doesn't care. Does he? So I would say that. Who would you like to punch? No, I don't want to go.
Probably the dad.
That's fair.
Why would you have him kicking it just for money?
Because
Yeah.
he thought he was going to get this kicked out.
Favourite scene?
Either the one with the guy under the bridge with the bomb,
Yeah.
or where he goes into the club and kills the guy and gets the cash card and stuff.
No, you've got a lot of strobing lights.
What do you think about the villain? You never really see the villain properly.
I don't really care for
Or would you
them.
consider a dad the villain?
I think there's more villains in this because each person he beats is the villain. There's not really one single villain. Best music moment? I
Don't really think there is one.
I've got two more questions.
Favourite character?
Priestley.
Pretty much as a girl.
Yeah, she's good, but I like him. You can see him change. What character would be me?
The girl.
And then you're the bodyguard, aren't you? I would say you are.
Would you pay to see this film?
Yeah. You can imagine just in a cinema when it's all dark and the flashing light, that'd be so sick. Would you recommend it as the last one? Or not?
Yeah, I would. It's not as good as I remember it being.
Or not, mate?
Would you watch it again?
Yeah.
Listen, I think it's really good,
Not
but in my head it was better than it was. And I'm not saying it's not good, just to clarify. I've got it high rated in my head. So talk about film, what you like, what didn't you like?
I think this one's very interesting because at the beginning, Priestley, is that what I'm saying?
Creasy.
Yeah. Creasy, I can't say it properly. Creasy. He's very high. He doesn't really care for the girl. He sees her as a job. But then when the parents go on a business trip, he then helps her learn how to swim better, and it kind of his outfit changes, which shows him. But then when she gets kidnapped, he goes back to his old self, and he
I didn't really think about that.
He wears the same suit. He goes in, and honestly, I love the middle bit of the film with. That's one of my favourite bits. Just because she gives him the necklace of the saint. I don't know what saint it is though. I think.
I can't remember what she says.
And stuff, and he wears it on his neck and stuff. And then I love you get in the scene underneath the bridge, where he's like they use these to hide stuff in prison, and he's like tick tick. And he walks where the college explodes.
So I like the point because by that point you kind of realise he's not letting anyone live.
Yeah.
Because there's a guy where he tapes into the steering wheel earlier and cuts his fingers off.
Yeah.
And then just kills him. And you kind of realise that it doesn't matter if you're going to tell him. He's going to kill you either way. It's just how you die. It's going to be us. Yeah. I like how you kind of get this vibe that he's obviously used to be quite good at his job, and he's an alcoholic and stuff like that. That's why he's cheap. But that's why he's cheap. It's not because he's not good at the job. And when he starts to sober up because he's basically given up on life. I think the idea is that he's seen much death and done that much death in his life that he'd be only making copers with alcohol.
Yeah.
She breaks that.
Yeah, because
and she makes him start to want to live again.
Well, I've got one of my favourite scenes I just remembered. I think it's a quick scene, but it's him sat on the bed, and he's got a bottle. He's got the Bible. Then he's got a bottle of alcohol, and he goes to reach the bottle. I think he sits there and he looks at both ends, but then you think he's going to reach the bottle. But I think the scene before he was him getting drunk, but then he reaches the Bible instead, which kind of shows. And I think that shows his change, because when that bird shows back up too. Because he just had a bird in the room, I can't remember why.
Yeah, so it was pretty big in the room.
Caca.
Yeah, because he's even at the point where he tries to kill himself, but the gun doesn't go off.
Which then he calls up his friend, and that's kind of realised he should maybe.
So it's quite the idea is that she gives him the life back, and they take him from her. So that's why he flips a switch to what he was.
Yeah, because
now he's sober.
Yeah, because he cuts the fingers off first, and he goes to an abandoned cinema. I think it is.
Which bit?
When he's got off going to kill me, he does. He goes to cuts guy's fingers off. Does he do the cot underneath the bridge scene next? No, not that.
I can't remember if it's a cop next to it. It's the guy.
It's the cop next.
And then it's the guy in the club.
Yeah, if it's like old cinema, he just lights that thing ablaze. And then it's because the car then tracks down the businessman, doesn't it?
The lawyer.
Yeah.
Then he goes to a brother.
Yeah, because he not wants a rock under a cop car.
Yeah.
Like.
That's when he gets the police officer.
Yeah, because he's like, that's a bit crazy, isn't it?
Well, this is the point. He doesn't.
He has no down there.
He doesn't care what happens to him anymore because he's actually dying anyway.
No.
And he's just delaying the inevitable and keeping himself going.
He might as well go out of a bang, pun intended.
Did you think she was alive?
I said that. I said I didn't believe. I said that I think she's alive, but I didn't fully believe it. But then obviously she is. Because to me, if because if I'm not wrong, the reason he kills the girl is not just because of the money, because I think when they go to pick up the money, a lot of the people there, which is a lawyer, isn't it? His gang and shoots the
So,
and then it's cut.
I think I want to say around something like 9 million or something
10
like
million.
that. 10 million, is it?
It's 5,500.
And he keeps, so they give 5 million of fake money, and the idea is that that's kind of almost agreed, and it all goes wrong.
Yeah, because I think his cousin dies in the shooting.
Yeah.
So he says he's going to kill the girl. You never see his face, I don't think, the films.
No. Oh, you do in the paper.
Yeah.
You see the photo of him in the paper, but you don't actually see him, which is, even at the end, he's not there at the end.
Which I do wish, that's why I kind of wish they did the alternate ending.
Yeah. It's apparently based on a book, and I want to say there might have been another version of a film. There was a lot of actors muted to play the roles, but none of them would have played it in the same way.
No.
They were more like Arnold Schwarzenegger sort of centre.
I can see that.
But they wouldn't have played it so. Denzel Washington went through a bit of a phase from this to a bit later on, where putting up films that came out around the same time as the John Wick films called The Equalizer.
I love John Wick.
Where he went as playing like, so he plays a killer, not in like I'm big, muscly and powerful. Plays it like he's smarter than people.
Yeah, I'm just clever.
And he's ruthless.
For John Wick.
And that's how he plays this role, and actually then he's in the Equalizer films, and they're not too different of a character, in that he's a someone puts things right, but he just doesn't have a goodness of his heart, and he's a bit like John Wick, quite ruthless, but he's not an assassin. He works for what he technically is for the government, but he stops being one.
Sick.
And I think this probably led to that sort of him getting those sort of roles. He's put like, as far as Denzel goes, he plays a lot of different roles, which is why I picked him as the guy.
Yeah, because he's really got to change his personality in each film he does.
Yeah, and it kind of, I knew we could get 3 or 4 different films, and actually there's a lot that I could have picked. We've got one more, but there's ones where he's played
We watched that one tonight.
historical characters. There's ones where we played
Which we watched.
Bad guys in films.
That
Ones where we played good guys. There's more actiony ones than this, which aren't like quite so thoughtful sort of thing. I'm trying to think. He has done like Shakespeare and stuff like that as well. He is massively. He's one of those actors that is good no matter what the film's like. So even if it's not a good film,
he's the standard.
he's good in it.
We're watching the last one tonight, are we?
We've watched so far.
Oh.
So we did John Q,
John Q,
Book of Eli,
this one.
and we've got Glory, which is the 4th one.
Glory.
There's only 4 in this month.
Oh, yeah, good.
So should we rate the film?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain the rating system?
5 is best of its genre. 4 is a good film.
It's excellent.
Yeah, excellent. 3 is a recommendation. 2 is a TV watch. 1 is avoid, and say we'd really avoid it.
Yes, so what you score?
4.
See now,
I think it's a good film, but it's not amazing.
I thought, as I've previously stated, I love Denzel Washington. Denzel in this movie puts him into action mode, but with a sentimental twist. The build-up shows a young girl breaking down his barriers and making him live again. So when someone takes that away, you can't wait to see what you will do to him. I only gave it 3.5.
Damn.
Because I didn't quite think it's an excellent thing. Just, do you know what I mean? Like just a little bit below it.
Yeah, not bad, not great.
Yeah. So that's a 3.5. Sorry, I always, from the new listeners, I didn't state, I always use my letterbox review, which I write just after I watch the film.
Go follow that on Letterboxd review to see all the opinions. You might even post it. You might
So
even.
that gives it a 3.75, which is still a very good film. I'm just intrigued what our newest film is we've watched.
Wait, by year. You sort it out. I think it's yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Oh yeah. I don't remember anything on that film.
I love Deadpool 2.
Love Deadpool 2. Love Deadpool 3. Just love 5 minutes.
So we always do a bit of a quiz. I give you random film ones, I give you Marvel ones, but I will be changing it.
And I think you should change yours up to Disney.
What, we both want to do Disney?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because these are I keep getting the same ones.
What weapon do the Dark Elves use in the Battle of Severed Lane in For Dark World? Black hole grenades, sticky grenades, fire grenades, honing grenades.
First one.
Yeah.
The words of Mark Twain are used for the open quoting for equalizers. What are they? I can't really cover the answer. It's massive in this one.
The words of Mark Twain are used. I don't know. That's the film I was on about. I would tend to watch
The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the mid-credit scene of Ant-Man, what does Hank Pym show his daughter Hope? An XO-8 Falcon prototype, an advanced prototype of a wasp suit, a new signal decoy and ICBM prototype, the last existing via the Pym particles.
This is the last one, I think.
No, this is suit.
Damn it! I should have gone for suit. Which was the first science fiction movie to win a Best Picture at the Oscars?
Ooh. Close Encounters, maybe?
The Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Ronan the Accuser belongs to which alien race? Chitauri, Frost Giant,
No.
Kree, or Doom?
The Doom.
No, Kree.
Oh, I'm not doing well here.
Never mind.
Which actor? These names. I think it's John.
Which actor joined forces with Seth Rogen and Neighbours 2 to Down sorority? Zac Efron.
Yeah. We both got one, I think.
What is Pepper Potts injected with in Iron Man 3? GH325, Extremist, Super Soldier Serum, or Absolution Virus?
I think it's the Super Soldier. No, it's the version of Super Soldier to try and copy. So it's not that one. Say them again.
GH325, Extremist, Super Soldier Serum, or Absolution Virus?
Absolution Virus?
No, Extremist. You only got one right. I can win it here.
Can you? In which country was the prisoner of war camp in the bridge of the river QR?
Bridge of the River Kwai, Japan.
It's not Japan, it's Burma.
Burma.
Yeah, I'll take that as a draw, sir.
So,
Too many big
did
names.
we say we're going to pick our favourite actor?
Hmm?
Did we say we're picking our favourite?
What? I asked you the question.
So you asked me a question, who was the greatest actor, which we're going to do on the next one, which is the last one of this series.
Which will be good.
So I asked you a question, who's your favourite actor? Because I think it's a different question.
Okay.
So, to me, the greatest actor might not be your favourite.
Yeah, don't spoil it. We got
Do you know
that.
what I mean? Like, so I'm just going to pick one that isn't. So you might say,
Han Solo.
no, you probably wouldn't say him. So you might say Anthony Hopkins, who plays Hannibal Lecter. He's a great actor, right?
Yeah.
But he isn't going to be your favourite.
No.
So, who's your favourite actor? You can give me 2 or 3, whatever you want.
Ryan Reynolds, obviously. Jim Carrey and Robin Williams. I can't say this.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah. I just think, like, I've seen, and Jack Black, I think they're one of the funniest, like, they can do a lot of stuff. Like, Jim Carrey, like, obviously he's great in The Mask, but nowadays, how he's done with Sonic and stuff, because he retired, didn't he, for Sonic 2, but then he came back for it, but he's so expressive in it.
That's fine.
And Ryan Reynolds, just because I love Ryan Reynolds. Because I think he
You would have
just...
seen him in Deadpool
Yeah, but it's fine.
and Yes Man. Well,
That's fine, as long as you're saying when...
so I would say,
I'm Robin Reynolds, because it's Robin Reynolds.
yeah, I would go Robin Williams. So I'm thinking of actors that I would actively watch their films.
Carry on.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you go, oh, I'll watch them.
And Jack Black's just funny.
So I'm going Robin Williams,
Obviously.
John Candy, and Kevin Costner.
I've never seen him.
Yes, you have. He plays
I wouldn't recognise
Robin
him.
Hood and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, so.
He's in a lot of really good films. And you know what? Probably Denzel. As in, like, I would watch a film because he's in it. Because you always know you're going to get a certain quality of a film.
Yeah, because you can't have a bad film and Denzel Washington.
I'm trying to think if there is anybody else. And it sounds daft, none of like Marvel, like none of our actors I would like just go, yeah, I'd watch it because they're in it.
He's looking at walls.
Do you know who is one?
What?
It's Andy Serkis.
So he's not in a lot of films.
No, but when he's in stuff I'd watch it because he's in it.
What is like his film do you know?
Sure. There's a lot of directing as well, you see. But like, as in like, he's always good in stuff when he's in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know he does the mocap stuff, but when he's actually
Yeah,
in it,
he's
he's an
neat
actor
on
as
that.
well. So him. So if I had to pick 5, there's me 5.
I can't pick 5.
Okay. So we'll move on to the greatest next week. So thanks a lot for everyone who watches, listens and subscribes. If you don't, please do so.
Please buy
And
some
recommend
merch.
recommend my podcast to one other person. That's our mission
Yeah.
for get people to do. So follow us wherever you can and when Harry Met Movies. Thanks a lot.
Bye, Scott. Bye.